So in today's video we have a two-door Jeep Wrangler 2022 and we're going to install the tail light tints for this Jeep. So this is how the tail lights look before installing the tint. So it's just your regular default tail light. This is how it looks with the tint already installed. As you can see, the light still shines through even after the installation of the tint. So if you want your Jeep Wrangler to look like the vehicle in this video, the link for the products will be in the description. But without further ado, let's get started with the installation. So before we do installation, we want to make sure the tail light is clean. So we wipe everything off with our slip solution. So once you're done cleaning, the next step is installing the tint. So with this one, it doesn't matter the order of the installation, but we're going to start off with the middle and then work our way outside. And then from there, we're going to do the last part, which is the side piece here. So in order to align the tint to the position you want it on the tail light, we want to apply slip solution. That way the film is easy to move and we could align it on the position we want it to. Once you have positioned the film, the next thing is tacking down. So once you tack it down, we want to start from the middle and work our way outside. That way we remove any of the solution that's on the back of the film. So we just use our Tack Solution and then just start squeegeeing everything out. Once you finish removing all of the solution that's behind the film in the center, the next thing is curving the film to the surrounding area of the tail light. So in order to apply the film to stay on the curve, we need to apply Tack Solution and then heat around the areas. That way the film molds to the curve. So apply your Tack Solution on the edges and then squeegee little by little. Just help the film with the curve. So once most of the film is tacked down to the curve, the next thing is grabbing your Tack Solution and applying heat around the edges. So we want to make sure we apply Tack Solution all around first and then pass it with the heat gun. That way we don't accidentally burn the film. So we just want to spray the Tack Solution all around once again, and then just grab your heat gun and start heating around the edges. And then from there, squeegee, and the film should start molding to the curve that's on the inside. And then it's just rinse and repeating the process until the whole film molds to the curve. Most of the film has tacked down to the curve, so now we're just going to let it dry. And while that's drying, we're just going to start with the other installations for the tints. And then once we're done with that, we're just going to come back and reapply heat. That way the film tacks down to the curve. So now we're going to do this one. This one's more simple. So it's just grabbing the film and placing it. So apply your slip solution. And then just align the film to the curve. It's going to cover all of the red highlight of the tail light. So meet it at the curve. Once you have it at the curve, the next thing is tacking down. Just apply your Tack Solution. Once you spray Tack Solution with your hand, hold it in place, and we're just going to do a quick pass. That way the film tacks down to the edge. Now that we squeegee the film in place, the next thing is passing the squeegee one more time, but this time to ensure that we remove all of the moisture that's on the back. So grab your Tack Solution, spray around the tint, and now you're able to squeegee, but with more pressure on the film. And then the last thing is to apply heat. That way the film seals to the corners. Okay, now that we finished this part, we're going to move on with the last piece right here. So with this one, same thing, apply slip solution. That way we're able to align the film. So with this one, we're just going to align it to the edge here. Once it's aligned, you're going to have extra material here on this edge right here. But don't worry, this material with heat, we curve it to cover the lens on the inside here. So we just want to align it first here, as close to the edge as possible. And then from there, apply Tack Solution and then squeegee everything down. Okay, now that it's in place, we tack it down. So just spray your Tack Solution with your hand, just hold it in place and do just a soft pass first. Once it's in the position we want it, then we're gonna reapply Tack Solution again, and then this time we're gonna squeegee, but with more pressure. And then from here, we're just gonna start curving the film to the edges here. So you could use your Tack Solution, and then with heat to help it tack down. Once you secured most of the edges, the next thing is just passing the heat gun. With the heat, everything will start to curve inside. So just grab your heat gun. now that this is done, we can move on to the first tint that we did. That one, it should be dry by now, so we could just pass the heat and then start sealing it off completely. Okay, so we're just gonna come apply heat around the edges, that way it seals completely. And then once we're done with that, then we're gonna do the post-heat method. That way everything is completely sealed off and it's ready to go. So apply your Tack solution and then heat around the edges. And then once you're done, like I said, the last final thing is post-heating the edges. That way the film seals and it doesn't lift over time. So that concludes the Taillight Tint installation for the 2022 Jeep Wrangler. If you want your vehicle to look like this, we'll provide the link on the description or in the comment section for you guys. If you guys do have questions in regards to the installation, feel free to message us or comment below and we'll be happy to help you guys out. Until then, we'll see you guys on the next video.